can't imagine being stuck down here gathering rocks for a living when there's an entire universe to explore.
Since you helped us out with the equipment and all, it's probably not, but I can't afford to go get it looked at. It's not a matter of money. Actually, maybe this is wrong. You're a total... Really? That bad? See, I'd like to go to Reliant Medical for treatment, but my father, Nathan, is an executive with... I came to Sidonia to escape him. Nathan is not a good man. Not to me. And I did something terrible to him, so now he is searching far and wide. He has connections with doctors throughout the settled systems. I don't know which ones I can trust. Trevor tells me you're skilled in dealing with people. Maybe you could try to reason with my... But you should know. If it works, I'll be free. If not, well, at least he still won't know where to find me. It just so happens there's a conference he goes to on Neon around this time of year. He won't see visitors he doesn't know, but maybe he'll talk if you tell him you're there on my behalf. It's risky, but I've got it. Bring him a bottle of his favorite whiskey, Red Harvest Reserve. Say it's... That whiskey is exceedingly rare. I'm sure it will pique his interest enough to hear what... Good luck. You can check with Jack at the Broken Spear for the whiskey. He may have some or... And thank you so much.
Do you have a child or children between the ages of 5 to 18? Enroll them in a United Colony distance learning program today. Your children will be provided with programs of art, science, mathematics, history. Put your children on the right path to success and enroll today.
I still can't believe the fun. I don't know if you've heard, but
Can't
my
say I'm
sister
a
started
fan
her
of
own
excitement
homestead.
and drama. I am, but you don't. Last person that came through here asking about it didn't even want to drink it. Said he was buying it to put it on display in his office. Now you got my attention. You're gonna have to be more convincing.
Пока можно.
Why didn't you say so? I know Rivka's story. Well, this... I do believe you, but you realize what kind of... I hear you. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sorry, not buying your story. You want that... Here you go. See? Now it doesn't matter whether you're lying.
Why you drop something as useful as that, I have no idea. I have something for
nice to see you today. Oh, how nice. His daughter must be feeling very generous to be sending. Mr. Ovadia is in his room on the 3rd floor. I'll buzz him and let him know you're on your...
Go out, have your fun, live your best life. Be here when you're ready.
Уж пиздец. Ебать, мне проиграли, уничтожили.
Red Harvest Reserve. Well, let's make this quick. As if a bottle of my favorite drink is enough to repay. You should know, she assaulted me and stole a 5 million credit starship after years of raising her on my own. This is what I get from her. My daughter knows me well.
Да, пиздец, это чили просто забагано.
Thanks. I'm still
Короче, артист еще и
Fine.
багает.
Finish what you have to say. I suppose I've overreacted. She was young
Ну,
and
типа, скилл тупо не прожимается.
Rivka is all I have left of my wife. I would do her a disservice to incriminate her daughter like that.
А, я ее положил, лол. Нифига себе.
Yes. Tell her I will drop the charges immediately and call off the bounty hunters. And I suppose I may just need a little time to figure out how to say what I need to say.
I'm glad we're all in agreement that family is more important than anything, and that we were able...
Великий дебил.
have things for you. Ugh, I lived on Mars for an entire year, and I'm convinced I'll never get used to the dusty air. Except something you might be interested in.
I have a pen pal in New Atlantis. We need some...
Been a long week.
Good to see you. It will still be difficult. There's a lot we need to speak about, but... Of course, we will be taking things slow. There is a lot of trust to rebuild. But that is a good first step, and I'm willing to let him back into my life, bit by bit, as long as he proves his words and commit. Without your intervention, this would not have been possible.
I have things for you.
Welcome to Reliant Medical. If you're injured, welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance... Excellent. I've been... Well, of course. New Atlantis is a big place. Lots of people, which means... But we're well staffed and do our best to... Well, everyone knows Reliant. Largest medical provider in... They've spent decades advancing. They've always been... Take care of yourself.
While we're here, we might want to stay away from the edge of the upper platform.
Madame Sauvage,
As an ancient colony ship.
Hope you're enjoying the music at the louds. Yeah, sorry, I don't do autographs. Yeah? Okay. Most people that come up to me just want an autograph for a picture. And after I've been modding all night. Yeah, you're right. My music slate's gone. Completely vanished. I had all of my new songs figured out on that thing. And someone ripped... Oh man. Wow. I thought I sensed a decent aura around you. Exactly. So, oh, and if you're looking for a lead, talk to Micah. Anyway, I got to figure out how I'm going to mod my next... Soon safe.
The Trackers Alliance always finds their mark.
If you're planning on using a... I see. I'd be willing to divulge... Because when you work the bar, your clients tend to be more honest than they'd like to be. And besides... Thank you for your business. The man you want goes by the name of Stratos. He's what you would call... a fan of Miss Borealis's work. Either way, he's the one you want. But you didn't hear it from... You're always welcome here.
Moment.
Rather be doing this than getting this.
If I want chill vibes, I head over to Euphorica. Oh, yeah. I vibe with that bird hard. She's a beast. I've got a track in my head right now. Boom! 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 Yeah, hear it? I just need some more Aurora so I can get me head bobbing with the wave. Yeah, which is why it pains me to be here and not. I can't stand being away from that place. But I can't listen to Borealis if I'm not zoning. That bird's song deserves the best eye. Lady, there's no way in hell I'm giving you this. This slate brings me closer to her. As a... Well, if you bloody had any, maybe we could talk. Why would I part with the one? Shows what you know. Even her worst. No. Huh. That makes a lot of sense. Really? I didn't think she even knew who I was. As much as I hate to admit it. Okay. But next time I stop by, I want to hear a mod so sick it beats the piss out of my brain.
Moment.
Scram, I'm on duty.
Quit staring.
Да. Скільки завантажених екранів в цьому? В Старфілді це піздець. Не розбалували відьмаки, готики, різані, блядь.
I'm a little stoned right now. So, let's take it slow, okay? I feel like I know you. A fan, really. Although, I get they can get pretty possessive. Doesn't matter if it's my things. Yeah, it's not all bad. Love can be toxic, or it can be beautiful. Sometimes. But sounds like it all worked out in the end. I've got my slate, which means the people will get their inspirations like a wave. Sometimes it's hard to catch it before the break. That's what this slate is. A still wave. A feeling frozen in time. And I appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the show.
третий хук, челики заводят третий генератор. Точнее, только уже завели третий. Я ебал просто.
Their engine is online.
Я не понимаю, как нас унижали эти судаки, потому что я играю на судаку, и что-то и меня унижают.
Ship's engine seems to be having trouble.
Меднины, баня. Бывает.
Ну, все, они открыли вот.
Landing now.
Should be plenty of organic materials to harvest from this world.
Ебать, меня унизили, конечно. Пиздец.
Да, и на киллером играть хуже, чем вылез. Кто такие, блядь, Влад, нахуй?
As you can see, Vladimir's time with the Crimson Fleet proved to be quite lucrative. One can only hope he's left that way of life behind.
Я всех убил. Я всех положил. Деваур Хоуп прокнул третий стак, и они все легли.
I picked up something you might be
Это как у нас в чаке, помнишь, было? Потому что у нас в чаке все весь всех положил.
Угу.
Так вот это я также по челику положил.
As
только
much
не
as I'm
3-4.
eager to explore the universe, there's nothing quite like the feeling of returning home.
Ah, hello. I did not think I would see you again. I almost walked in myself, but I thought
Тоже мне тебя
there is
повесить.
something humbling knowing that it will wait. It puts the hunter's actions in a different light. He rushed because he... Now that you have seen the Unity... The Starborn believe they are competing with each other. With us. I wonder if the Unity causes this? There's a part of me that still believes you should go. That the Unity is the last step on this journey. Perhaps Constellation is worth holding on to. Even with the feeling of destiny in the distance. If you are free soon, could we talk? The path the Hunter chose could only end one way. And I am sure countless others along the way, with no regard for their lives. The Hunter was in this for himself only, amassing power at the cost of all. The emissary seems more reasonable, I suppose, but... Do you believe they have the right to dictate how the artifacts are used? Maybe. I am not sure that simply being the first through a door should allow you to decide who else gets to pass. I want you to know that I recognize that you have been forced to make some unbelievable decisions. You are a valued member of Constellation, and an ally. I will trust your judgment and stand by you until the end. I am glad, and I know you have much on your mind, so I will not keep you further. But I will be here when you are...
Oh, sorry. Was just doing...
Your investigation with the Freestar Rangers has come to an end. Are you satisfied with the results? I suppose not. This Ron Hope, supposedly a man of the people, was more concerned with profit than lives. He was not the first, and... At least he will no longer be able to prey on... I am unsure that death was preferable to justice. But at least the situation is over. And there is no question who was to... Fair enough. I will certainly not miss him. And now you can consider yourself... I think less of the badge, and more of the person wearing it. Shall we find some other... I have things I wish to discuss with you. When you have time. I suppose now you can add climbing the corporate ladder to your list of accomplishments. I think it is perhaps for the best that the research program will come to an end. Where that neuroamp technology could lead, there are many bad outcomes. Too many. Already there has been too much conflict between corporations vying for this technology. First Infinity, then That is certainly a possibility. The wrong goal, or the right goal approached by the wrong methods. The project will be shelved, they call it? As I said, too many other bad outcomes. This is for the best. With the neuroamp matter settled, we should move on to other things.
Spend so much time looking at the scans. I can see star systems orbiting
In the end, you chose the UC over the Crimson Fleet. Do you? I can respect that. I am no supporter of the United Colonies, but I also could not bring myself to side with the fleet and what they represent. Did getting that close to Delgado and the fleet make it difficult at all? It can be harder to act against... Well then, no ambiguity. It would be foolish to think, though, that we have seen the last of the Crimson Fleet. We may have eliminated the leadership, but there are many. I would say you have done more than enough. For now, you should enjoy your hard-earned victory. You have done a service for all of the settled cities. Can we speak for a moment? It is a relief to know that the Terramorph... But are you sure this Asili's creature... I can understand that line of thinking, but even when talking about a species like the Terramorph, this decision means the Terramorphs will remain a threat for years to come, if not longer. And that is assumed. I suppose we shall. Not that it matters, since the decision was made. And I must say, I find it curious that you would agree keeping the Lazarus plant around is a good idea. I do not think some potential future use outweighs the risk it poses now. I find it even more concerning that the United Colonies will keep this information secret. They have enough power already. They do not need this in their arsenal. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us, and you have done a
It's good to be back on board.
Wow.
Captain?
Yeah.
You're handling this whole captain thing really well, you know.
Hey.
Neon. You think it would be peaceful with all those calm, but I can't think of any town that's more stressful. And there you were, Humanity went to the stars and explored new worlds. Not sure if I should laugh or cry. Look, I know Neon is going to be Neon, no matter what any of us do about it. But I'm glad you put a stop to that neuroamp tech. I do. Trust me. I think it's fascinating and has potential to help beyond our... But we can't just believe that they have the best intentions here. Too much is at stake to risk it. I guess we'll find out if we can trust them if you suddenly start coming after all. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, not that I care a ton about the internal politics of some ethically dubious. So Masako, huh? I mean, between her and Ularu Chen, I get it, but you don't trust her, do you? Well, I trust you, and I'm glad the choice was yours. And anyway, you didn't happen to pick up any investment tips while you were in there. Just kidding. I don't even want...
Да ты, блядь.
Got a moment? Let's catch up. Space is so hot.
Let's catch up, да.
You made it just a little bit safer for everyone.
Mhm.
No matter what you could have done differently, this will impact a lot of lives eventually. We'll have to mark it in the Constellation history books so we don't forget it when the Terramorphs are final. So humble, too. People love it. Squeak! Balancing risk versus reward is tricky. Even more so when so much... So, you really think the Asylees are going to work out? You must have seen some data that I didn't. Everything has a chance to mutate, and most mutations are harmless. But I get it. It's scary. It's definitely riskier than dropping off some wild animals. Oh well, it's done. By sealing the Lazarus plant away instead of destroying it? Maybe we can study it. Fair. But it will take a long time to get any act.
Да ёб твою мать, блядь.
Well, if it isn't our own ranger. I hope you're not taking the job permanently. Costume party coming up, huh? Anyway, it suits you. Anyway, I'm just glad... maybe it will. We can't know for sure, but yeah.
Понятно,
It was a hard choice that you made, but I'm proud of you, Captain. Hey, Dusty. If you're ever thinking to yourself, I could really listen to Barrett's dulcet voice right now. Then instead of dreaming about me, stop by and say hello, okay? I can't imagine how hard it was to be under all that pressure. A leader knows that protecting regular folk is not just a response, and I'm proud to call you mine. Modest, too. They're gonna make a statue out of you, or carve your face on a moon. What you did took nerves. Befriending Delgado, if he had gotten to you, convinced you to side, I don't know what we'd be dealing with. Good. He deserved what he got for what he did, and if they regroup after all this, all fine.
Понятно.
That's the hope and the dream. But if they do,
Что? Понял. Да в пизду. Просто дичь. Тоже Хекс мы убили. Ну это бред. Ну это ж...
Ну все, я закінчив Starfield'ом. Це додаткові квести, які баровий, це просто рандомна, блядь, кількість рейсів. Це останній квест, цей ЄІБУ, як мабуть. Це повторюваний просто. Окей, це все. Дякую, що дивився.